Let me show you a super easy 3D drawing trick that anyone can do. So we're starting with a graph, eight squares across and 8 squares down. Try to keep it as square as possible. Then we're going to draw a circle in the middle. The circle should go to the about 1 square in on each side. And these are really cool because it lines it up to make it real easy for you. Okay, now that we've got our circle laid out, we're going to add some contour lines. So we're going to start with this line going down. And instead of going straight down and making the paper flat, or our drawing flat, we're going to curve it in towards the edge of our sphere. And it's going to wrap around till it meets the line that continues down this way. Now this one we're going to do the same thing, but it's not going to curve quite as much. And then it's going to come down, curve down towards the bottom. This one's just going to be straight, but we can thicken it up a little bit so you can see it. And then over here, following this line, we're going to curve it. And meet the bottom line here. And same thing with this one. Comes down, curve it over. Try to match the distance that you did on the other side. And we could rotate it. We're going to do it one more time. Follow this line, curve it in. And this one. And curve it in. This one will be straight. This one will curve in. And then one more over here. Trying to match the same distance as this side. All right. Now we're going to go over it with some ink. A ruler is not required, but definitely helps. And this seems pretty simple, but there is a little tricky part coming up. We're not going to draw the circle. We want to skip everything on the circle. So draw your line going down to the edge of the circle, and then it's eventually going to follow that line, that curved line that we created. But let's just skip the circle for now. Do it one more time. Starting from the outside and working our way in. Remember, we're not going to draw the circle. Now we're going to add those curved lines. This part can be a little bit tricky. Just go from the edge of that line and wrap it around to that bottom line. And I'm going to start with just the outside. I'm not going to color the inside. Now the fun part. We're going to color in every other square like a checkered board. So I'm going to use a thicker pen so we could zoom through this. Okay, now that we're done with the outside, we're going to jump in to the next squares. But you can see the squares are changing shapes. They're no longer squares because they are curving with the curvature of our sphere, or our little ball. And are creating these contour lines that form around the contour of the ball and will make it look it'll make it look round, almost like magic. Right, we're again going to skip one and go to the next one. So it's now turning into a 3D checkerboard with a little ball in the center. Okay, now give your ink a couple minutes to dry so we can erase our pencil guidelines. Hey, I hope you're having a lot of fun and really enjoying the tutorial, but I wanted to remind you, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll receive an alert every time I post a new video. And if you want to take your drawings to the next level, make sure to check out my Drawing Master course at www.iamshaneburke.com. Now that our ink's dry, we could add some shading. I'm going to use the side of my pencil. This is a B pencil, and lightly shade over the entire ball. Now with the tissue, you can blend that all together. So it's got a nice soft gray to it. Then we're going to switch to a really dark pencil like a 6B and add some darker shading. It's going to be darker on the edges, really dark, and blend and get lighter and lighter as we go towards the center of our ball. Look 3D now. I'm going to use a blending stump this time to blend all that together. This is going to be the shadow on the back side. Then I'm going to add one more layer right on the bottom with my softest, darkest pencil. Now grab an eraser, and we're going to erase a little bit right towards the top. Then with the white colored pencil, we're going to add a little highlight right over the top of that gray, or right over the top of the black. And there you go, you've got a really cool looking 3D ball. You've learned how to use contour lines, how to add shading, and how to blend your shading. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.